So this is the Carroll Street Bridge. Now, this is a Chicago landmark, and it's only lowered once a year for maintenance, so it still does work. Now, this is one of 37 trunnion bascule bridges. That's just the hoity-toity fancy way of saying seesaw or teeter-totter bridge, because it works like that. This bridge operates the opposite of a concrete counterweight. If you want to raise the bridge, you lower the concrete counterweight and vice versa. Now, fun fact, this is the site of the Great Chicago Flood, 1992. They were doing maintenance on this bridge, and they actually punctured an underground coal tunnel that existed underneath all these buildings. And the tunnel started to fill up with water and started to flood a lot of the basements of these buildings. And it shut down Chicago for a couple days, and it costs a lot of money in damages. I want you to think about it in your head how much it costs. $2 billion in damages, which is insane to think about how a flood could do that much damage. And it wasn't like it was some hurricane, it was just from doing maintenance on a bridge. Now here's some beautiful skyline shots in front of you. Definitely get a great vantage point of the evening from how these beautiful buildings look at nighttime. Love how they look during the day, but lovely at night as well. Now also you get a cool shot of, in the reflection of the Nuveen building, Ferris Bueller's Dad's office building. You get to see how the merchandise bar is starting to get a little bit of color here tonight. Also, definitely get this shot of Chicago skyline now to your left. I call this the canyon shot, because this is probably your best shot of Chicago skyline in the heart of downtown. If you really want to see Chicago skyline from a distance, definitely take a look at one of our skyline tours that goes on Lake Michigan at Navy Pier. It gives you a far back view of Chicago skyline. This is the best one you get inside of downtown. Now, after you get that photo, I want to talk more about the Y building here to your right-hand side, 150 North Riverside. So people like to ask about this building. Why does it have that peculiar shape? Well, I told you about those 30-foot setback ordinance and the train line that cuts through that lot space. The third reason it has such a peculiar shape is because the people that designed it clearly never played Jenga a day in their lives. So you never want to start off taking the pieces below. Buildings that tend to taper off